Hi everyone, Jane here at Attrell Toyota here in Brampton, and right now you're looking at the 2016 1794 edition Crewmax 4x4 Tundra Platinum. Now I am absolutely in love with this truck, so I'm going to do my best to make you fall in love with it too. I'm going to start with a quick little walk around the exterior and show you some of its features. On the front here we do have a massive chrome grille, definitely really eye-catching. We have our huge headlights as well as integrated fog lights. On the sides here we have 20-inch chrome alloy wheels. The front suspension is an independent double wishbone coil spring suspension with a stabilizer bar, so definitely a great suspension on this truck. We have our chrome mirrors as well as our chrome door handles. Fuel cap will be on the driver's side of this vehicle. We have our huge taillights as well. We have our chrome 4x4 badge, as well as Tundra is stamped into the bed of this truck, so you definitely can't forget how nice of a truck you're driving around. The rear suspension, it is a multi-leaf spring suspension in the back, paired with that front suspension. Definitely a great system we got going on here. Of course, you have your second 1794 edition Tundra badge. And there you have it, the 2016 1794 edition 4x4 Crewmax Tundra Platinum. So now that you've seen how beautiful the exterior is, let's show you the interior. Prepare to get your minds blown. So at the first glance, as you can see, it is gorgeous, and this is exactly why I'm in love with it. This is such a different interior. They've added so many things to really make it eye-catching and beautiful, as well as comfortable. So let's show you some of its interior features. I'm gonna start with the driver's side door here. You do have your controls for your power windows as well as your power locks. Both the front windows do go automatically up and down, so great convenience feature for sure. Right here is our driver's seat memory system, so you can actually adjust the driver's seat as well as the mirrors and set them to specific drivers and return back to them with a push of a button. So if you do have more than one person who's going to be driving this vehicle, this feature is absolutely fantastic. I know a lot of people tinker with their seats for the longest time to get them into that one spot they like. In the bottom here we have tons of storage as well as 2 bottle holders, and of course we have our JBL sound system throughout the vehicle. There are 12 speakers in this truck actually, so it's a great system. It is a 10-way power driver seat. You can change lumbar support as well as move this cushion forward. So it does go quite slowly there, but it will extend the length of the cushion. So if you do want a little more support under your legs, that's definitely possible in this truck. The passenger seat is also a 4-way power seat and with lumbar support. So both really good seats to have in the front. So I'm quickly going to turn this truck on, and there's a great feature that it does come with. If you can notice, as soon as I put my key, sorry, doing this with my left hand, as soon as I put my key, things start adjusting to where I left them last. So I think that's a great little feature. If you are the only person driving this car, you just get in, put that key in, and it's going to go right back to where you actually want all the settings to be. So let's start her up. There we go. Beautiful startup sound. So on this side here, you can control your side view mirrors through these arrows here. You choose left or right. This button here actually folds your mirrors in automatically, so if you are parking in smaller spots, definitely a really good feature to have. Just underneath here, this is where you're going to find your bed light. So you can either have it on, you can have it on off, or if it's in the middle there, it will actually light up every time the doors open. So it lights up the whole bed of the truck. So if you're doing work at night, definitely also a great feature to have. This is our interior light. It does work the same way. We have on, we have off, or in the middle is door. This will adjust the height of your headlight. So when you are pulling things around, say larger trailers, anything along those lines, I tend to find that the bed of the truck will get pulled down a little bit and your headlights go a little bit higher, and sometimes it does blind the drivers on the road. So they did add this feature so that you can adjust them yourself and it's comfortable for you as well as the drivers around you. Right here's our blind spot monitor system. You will find this on both of the side view mirrors, and it will let you know if someone's in that blind spot. I do recommend that you turn around and check as well, but definitely a good safety feature that they've added. Now this here, I love this part of these Tundras. Normally in trucks, the back window is like a 3-split back window where only the middle part opens. Well, in this Tundra, they've changed that. So I'm quickly going to turn around and show you it while I open it, but that is the button to control it. So there's the window there, and the whole thing will open. So I think that's just fantastic. You don't see many trucks with that, and it really lets some good airflow into the car. Or if you're having a tailgate party, someone's inside, someone's outside, you can talk through the window, which is great. On the steering wheel, you have all of your audio visual controls and some. So we have all of our arrow buttons here, which actually does control our entertainment system, which I'll get to in just a minute. We have our mode, we have our volume, we have our Bluetooth controls, pick up and hang up. We also have voice recognition in this car. The display button, that is actually to control that multi-information display there. So as I press it, it just kind of goes through all the different settings. So if you are looking into getting one of these Tundras, definitely go through that and see all the options there. You can change settings yourself as well. And just underneath that, we do have our cruise control setting in this vehicle as well. Behind the steering wheel here, we have our parking sonars. So with that clicked on, it will beep when you do get close to an object, whether it be in front or behind. So great safety feature. You have the ability of turning your traction control off or on. So if you do like to spin tires from now and then you can definitely turn that off and have some fun with the truck. We have our tow haul mode, and we have everything to do with our trailer brake output just down here. So if you are using the trailer, definitely, play around with that and see how it works best for you. Okay, our entertainment system. So this is our 7-inch touchscreen entertainment system, and it is absolutely loaded with all of the features that you could imagine. We have AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, a reverse camera, a navigation system, text-to-speech capabilities, pretty much anything you can imagine. So I'll quickly click that navigation system for you. It's very up to date. So all those new areas, especially within Brampton itself, they are in there, which is nice. And we also have a really, really good voice recognition system. So definitely a good safety feature. I know a lot of people are getting into accidents these days because they're taking their hands off the wheels. So we've eliminated that problem. So definitely use all these features for sure. I'll quickly throw it into reverse actually, just to show you how clear that picture is as well. You can see the dealership behind us there. So great little safety feature. Down here we have our dual air control. We also have our cooled and heated seats. So that is fantastic. One of the reasons that I'm in love with this truck actually, because this nice hot summer day that we have right now, turning that on actually puts air conditioning through your seat. So your back doesn't get all sticky when you're sitting on the leather. I think it's a fantastic thing that they've added to these new vehicles. Underneath there, we have our USB input or auxiliary input, as well as 2 power outlets. So don't be worried about charging any devices. You definitely have more than enough power in this truck. And over on this side, you have the capability of choosing 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel high, or 4-wheel low. So if you are going off-roading and climbing over some rocks, definitely choose the appropriate setting. Be nice to this truck and she'll be nice to you. In the center here, we do have the automatic transmission. However, you can flip it over to Triptronic. And I think that's very useful in these big trucks because I noticed that sometimes when it's solely an automatic and you're trying to tow something up a hill, it kind of tends to jump revs. So having the ability to change those gears yourself sometimes is really, really nice. As for just the general dash, we have this beautiful wood grain and this redwood leather, we call it, running across the whole thing, and it actually continues onto the doors as well. So it's just absolutely gorgeous and eye-catching. There's some white stitching in there as well, just to break that color up. And the color also does continue onto the seats. So these are our beautiful premium leather perforated bucket seats. And again, they are perforated so that we can have that air conditioning seat as well as that heated seat. And it tends to, not mess up the leather, which is always positive. We also do have suede on the seats as well, just for a little extra comfortability as well as style. And we have a moonroof in this truck. So again, with that air ventilation, definitely good for going on long car rides. Up top here, I hope you can see that properly, but up top here, this is a little insert for like business cards, or if you want to keep your insurance information, anything like that, you can simply slip that in there and have easy access. And just underneath here, this is a spot for your sunglasses, and it does come with a little cozy pad in there as well, so it won't scratch them. As for your vanity mirrors, we do have 2 of them. They are both illuminated, so definitely great if you are, touching up your makeup like I would, but definitely a good thing to have for sure. On the dash here, we have this little sticky pad, so if you want to throw your phone up there while you're driving, it's not going to move around. However, I don't recommend it on these hot summer days because it might ruin your device, but definitely a good thing to have in the truck. And again, we have another JBL speaker right up there. Now, I know growing up with a pickup truck in my driveway always, me and my sister would always used to argue about whether we would take the car up to the cottage or whether we'd take the truck. And we hated taking the truck because there was no space. Well, this Crewmax edition of the Tundra has completely eliminated that problem and some. It's almost as though the back doors are larger than the front doors. So it is so spacious, it's unlike any other truck I've ever been in. So, let's bring you inside here. It is a tall truck, so kind of a little step up there. We have seat back pockets in both the driver and the passenger side seat. And just to give you a rough idea of how much space it really does, I have really long legs and this seat is actually pushed back as far as it can be. And just look how much space there is still between me and that driver's seat. So long-legged people, you are welcome in the back of the Crewmax Tundras. I mean, take a nap back here. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's spacious. It's comfortable. It's everything that you could want in the rear seat of a truck. We also do have vents, so don't worry about getting too hot or too cold. You can definitely adjust them and change them by yourself. We have a 12-volt power outlet here, so don't worry about running cords to the front of the vehicle. You can actually have them plugged in back here. We have our JBL sound system carried throughout the vehicle. Of course, your wood grain on your doors there. You do have the ability of opening and closing your own windows. And the center seat here will flip down, and that gives you access to 2 cup holders as well as an armrest. Now, these headrests, these are pretty cool. I didn't really know this until I started researching into these trucks, but how this works is there's little buttons and that pulls up and then it can fold right over. And why it does that is to increase the visibility out the back window. So if you are towing things in the bed of your truck that you're worried about moving around, flip those headrests down and you're actually gonna get a better view at what's back there. So I think as much as that's a simple feature, it was a fantastic feature that they've added in the back of these Tundras. Okay, truckies, listen up, because this is where all the big information comes in. The bed. So this is our reverse camera here that's kind of nicely put in with the handle. But look how easy it is to open this truck. You don't have to worry about those suspension cords breaking because it is an easy lower lift gate. So definitely a wonderful feature. I've seen quite a few of those cords break in my day. So we've avoided that problem in this Tundra. It is a spray-on bed liner and it is a 5.5 foot box. So because it is a Crewmax, it is a little shorter of a box. However, definitely has more than enough capability of storing and towing. So to give you a rough idea here, we have a 1,305 pound payload in this truck, as well as 9,490 pounds of towing. So like I said, it might be a smaller box, but she's definitely got the capability of towing and carrying things around for sure. Some great things that they've added to the bed of this truck, these cleats along the side, they can actually be loosened and moved and retightened to anywhere that you would like them across these rails that go all the way around the bed of the truck. So for tying things down, definitely a great convenience feature. They've also, kept the regular cleats here closer to the bottom, which I think is great because, sometimes you got to tie things up top, sometimes you got to tie them at the bottom. So we've kind of hit every nail on the head there. So there you have it, the bed of the truck. Not too shabby, I like to think. It's also really easy to pull that up. It's an easy lower and lift gate, so don't worry about using too much arm strength to get that back up. Right here is where you have your trailer connectors. So we do have a 4-pin one as well as a 7-pin one, so you're completely hooked up. So don't worry about towing things around. She's definitely got the capability and the power. And of course, where all the power is coming from. Under the hood here, we're looking at a 5.7 liter I-Force V8 engine. It does have 32 valves as well as dual variable valve timing and intelligence. So this bad boy creates 381 horses as well as 401 foot-pounds of torque. So as I was saying before, feel free to throw those big trailers on the back of this truck. Don't forget that the Tundra actually did pull the space shuttle at one point, so she's got some power. As for fuel efficiency, we're looking at about 16.3 liters for 100 kilometers. So, I mean, not the best in the world, but for the amount of power that you're getting from this truck, that's not bad at all. So you're looking at approximately $3,500 a year to fill up on fuel. So not only is this truck gorgeous inside and out, she's also safe. Of course, she's a Toyota. We have our Toyota safety sense in this vehicle. She's reliable. and she can pull anything, she can tow anything, she's giving you tons of power, and she's not really gonna break the bank either. So there you have it, everyone, the 2016 1794 edition Crewmax 4x4 Tundra Platinum. I hope you like it, and if you did, definitely check out our YouTube channel. We have tons of videos of all the other trucks and cars that we have here on the lot, as well as some extras, so don't forget to press like and share them all with your friends.